There comes a time when I don't care who you are, you need to just let some things go. I've got about 30 minutes here. Normally, the life I live right now at about 10 o'clock Eastern time, 10 o'clock in the evening, everything's got to cut off, and that's when I hit the bed. And I won't gripe about it because I have some of the best caregivers anybody could ask for. My mom and dad, they have stuck with me over these so long years and sacrificed so much. And it's kind of the reasons, that's the reason why I'm kind of letting this one out. It's going to kind of be just a random me one. There's music playing in the background. As I really don't care. Like I've said in the past, I listen to music in the background most of the time. Uh, Hopefully, it's not too loud to overcome what I'm going after. My main goal is, like I said, there comes a time in everybody's life when you just have to kind of let things go. This just happens to be mine. I've got 30 minutes to kill. I made a video for my RP and all that stuff, and I just kind of want to tell a little story for those of you out there that don't know me as far as where I'm at today. Back in '03, when I broke my neck, which left me what I am now. I'm a quadriplegic, which pretty much means that anything from the armpit area down, I don't feel nothing. Luckily, I have a little bit of arm movements like these that you've seen and probably laugh about. Even my great southern accent, I will say. But, that's just me. Anyway, when it all happened, went tits up in '03. Like I've said, mom and dad, most of my friends, if it wouldn't have been for them and I don't know, the grace of God, I guess you would say, between family and friends, I wouldn't be where I'm at now. I've seen so many others at the hospital I was at that I knew it wasn't going to be good. All I could think of back then was, it wasn't going to be good for me either. I've endured a lot. As anybody would. But the main thing that I kind of want to throw out is people like me, people in situations that are like me, and not necessarily being a spinal cord injury. Could be the diseases. It could be, MS, Lou Gehrig's, whatever. That leaves a person injured or a cripple. I mean, I say cripple. A lot of people have said in the past, you say cripple, and I'm like, well, you know, I'm one, and if you don't like it, you don't like it. But I'm one, and if I can make fun of a cripple as far as myself, I'll do it every time. I mean, it's a whole different life, people. I spent nearly 29 years as far as being what you would say, a regular human being. And I take a lot of stuff for granted, as everybody does day to day. And as I will say, 99% of the people out there do every day. And then I learned in that split second how life will change. And not necessarily just your life when you're laying there in that bed or that emergency room or that ambulance or, whatever. But after it's all over with and you've settled and you realize this is what's happened and this is your life, you look around. It's, I'm not gonna lie, it's taken me years. I was selfish where times I shouldn't have been. I wish I'd known so much as far as anybody. I would have known then what I know now. The people around you that stick with you are the ones that, in this kind of event, are the greatest of all. They're giving you more than themselves. They're giving you something that even if you ask for, a lot of people wouldn't do, but they do. It's come to the point where, I finally realized it. And, I'm sad to say that it's taken me this long, but, I've never, I don't know how to phrase it exactly. I've never been one to gripe much, I guess you would say. I've always tried to look at the best of every situation. But there comes a time in life when you look at everything and in my life you realize how much you have took the lives of those around you. And because of, whatever reason, I mean, no fault on yours or, a disease or an accident, whatever. But those around you have stayed with you and you've taken so much of them. Because if this wouldn't have happened, or if you would have just faded out or gone on into the wind, however you want to phrase it. I've talked about well, I'll just say, if it would have ended on that day, it's kind of like the loss of life that we all experience. We're all sad for a bit, and but then life goes on. But in cases like ours, life, it more than goes on. It kind of just keeps lasting. And I guess that's the thing I have the greatest gripe about. There's so many times, and so many times still, I wonder why that I'm still here to this day. And, my look on it is, I hate to say it, well, no, I don't hate to say it, but my look on it is that the way things ended up, I've been selfish. Since day one, I've been selfish too. My family and friends, they have stuck with me. And, it's not fair to them. And it hasn't been fair to them. Life is just so hard, and to me, it's just, especially in these later years, I don't understand a lot of it. I try to do the best I can as far as keeping hope, keeping faith, but I know that as the years go, nobody, none of us are getting any younger. My day is coming, and I almost, well, part of me says I look forward to it, but the other part of me is always at a struggle where I'm not going to let go until those closest around me have gone. Which, again, it might sound selfish, but even though they're doing so much for me every day, there's not a second, a minute, or a day goes by that I don't think about them or see their faces, and it makes me smile every time. And that may be selfish of me, like I said, but those are the things I hold on to. Seeing their faces, seeing their smiles, hearing their voices. That's what keeps me going every day. When those things end, then that's when I'll end. If you have family, if you have someone, even if it's just a friend, and you know how to connect to them or talk to them, you should never hesitate, because they're still there to answer you. Then that's all that matters. like I said, this is kind of randomness, but this is kind of my like having a psychiatrist sitting on the side. That's my randomness that I have to let out from time to time. Uh, as I think we all should. If you keep it pent up too long, everything's going to go tits up eventually. You know, I have stories that I could tell, stories that I may tell. That's the great thing about discovering this computer and YouTube and all that. I'm an old fart, and I figured out that you can just let things go and see what happens. Maybe one day when I'm gone, somebody will come across this crazy recording and be like, well, look at that old half drunk cripple, and have a laugh. That's one of the main things that when I started out with this deal is anytime you watch one of my videos or see something with me in it or see me in person, I hope I can make you laugh, have a laugh, or make you smile. Smiling is never underrated, people. Always tell the person next to you you love them, you miss them, you hope to see them again. Because nothing is guaranteed from one second to the next, I promise you. Life can change, life can end, and everything can go sideways.